HarperAudio presents Black Man, White House, an oral history of the Obama years by D.L. Hughley with Michael Malice. Performed by Keith Szarabajka, John Reynolds, Fran Tunno, Cherise Boothe, Dan Woren, P.J. Oakland, Gregory Itzin, Paula J. Parker Martin, Mia Barron, Ron Butler, and James Shippy. Prologue. Democratic National Convention, July 27, 2004. President Bill Clinton.
Who the heck is this nigger? That's the thought that kept going through my head. I'm sitting there, watching Barack Obama give his keynote speech, and I'm wondering, who the heck is he? Where did he come from?
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
It was an honor watching that speech. It was like the culmination of Martin Luther King's dream, which so inspired me as a young girl and throughout my life, and as the proud wife of our first black president.
Bill.
I've had a very long career in politics. I've seen more political speeches than I can count. And as amazing as watching that speech was for those seeing it on television, and I watched it again on tape just to be sure I wasn't being crazy, it was that much more impressive live. It was almost as good as one of my own speeches. That's how good it was.
Hillary.
First. We were the first. Remember that. First.
Bill.
Yes, the South is still very clearly informed by racism, both past and present. Little Rock, site of the legendary battle over desegregation, is in Arkansas. Orville Faubus was our governor only a decade before me. But I've been around black people all my life. Being the fat son of a single mother didn't exactly catapult me into the ranks of the plantation class. I've always felt more comfortable around what we called colored people when I was a kid. They were the ones who treated me fairly and equally.
Hillary.
Yeah, me too.
Bill.
At the same time, I was always very consciously aware that the color of my skin allowed me certain opportunities that my friends would never have, and I felt that that was wrong. It was unfair and it was un-American. So as I went to college and then to law school, and later when I became governor and president, those inequities were always something that I worked hard to change.
Hillary.
I also did that. Worked hard to change those things. I agree.
Bill.
Political conventions are opportunities for the two major parties to demonstrate who they are and what they stand for. They show clearly who they consider to be important in America. Is it the wealthy CEO who simply wants more? Or is it the fair-minded businessman who is comfortable making a healthy profit while paying his workers a fair wage? Nowhere is the difference between the two parties as stark as when it comes to race. Democrats have black speakers who have earned their speaking slots. Jesse Jackson had a few hundred delegates going into the 1984 convention and over 1,000 in 1988. When Republicans have a black speaker, most of the time they are only there because of the color of their skin. It's just one congressman out of a few hundred, with nothing noteworthy except that he looks a little darker than John Boehner.
Hillary.
I was just saying the exact same thing the other day, only more so.
Bill.
But let's be frank. Most of these speeches are interesting, but they are not really captivating. There's a little bit of preaching to the choir. Yet Barack Obama's speech was different. There was an enormous amount of hype leading up to it. He was being touted as a